All right, so Jimmy, the first thing is if someone has been denied unemployment benefits from South Carolina, how would they be able to file to see if they're entitled to the benefits under the CARES Act? That you guys got a better understanding of that now.
All right, so we are receiving additional guidance, and it depends on each individual situation. But if they were a gig economy, gig worker, self-employed, 1099, and they filed and were denied, we will be reaching back out to them, whether it be email blast, updates to our website, telling them what necessary steps will be taking place to move from one program into another. So all we ask is a little bit of patience. Primarily, we're working very hard to roll out these new programs. We're working on configuring and modifying our systems to receive them, but we're just asking for a little bit of patience. Right now, if you've already filed for UI and you've received a determination, there's no more they need to do at this time.
And a lot of people are saying when they log on, they're getting these messages like pending resolution. We're seeing a lot of folks with that, and a lot of people are asking how long does that take to be cleared, and is that an issue?
It varies, and again, each claim it stands on its own, but normally pending resolution means there's something that needs to be done on our end in regards to reviewing that claim or that claim working through the process. But yes, that's just when you go in and you look on your portal, either there's a fact finding that's been out there for that individual to respond and provide additional information, or that means necessary action is needed by due. That means there's some things that employment and workforce needs to do to move that claim along. We can get specifics on a telephone call with that individual and provide a more detailed status if there is something that's needed. But normally a little bit of patience will allow for us to work through those claims and ensure that a determination, whether eligibility or denial of that eligibility, is given.
And a lot of people seem confused about this $600 that is going on top of the regular UI benefits. Can you explain who is eligible for that?
Okay, under the federal pandemic unemployment compensation, it's really everyone who has been found eligible for UI or eligible for PUA will receive the additional $600 up until July 25th of this year. So it's basically everyone will be receiving whatever their normal unemployment benefit amount was, plus the additional $600.
And you mentioned you guys, are helping by the taking phone calls, emails, but it seems too a lot of people are saying they're online for hours and they're not being able to get through to anyone. Where do you guys stand on staffing there with being inundated with these numbers that you guys are seeing for people applying for unemployment?
Again, we go back 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks now. We were at record low unemployment levels. And being a countercyclical agency, our staffing is determined by our funding. And again, we could not have seen a spike in workload like the one that we've seen. And we've worked over the past 3 weeks to increase our contact staffing by over 400%. So we're working hard to add additional bodies that can come in and staff our contact center and take calls.
And the last time we had talked, I know we talked about the federal aid, how it would be distributed. There was a lot of questions, you guys did not know about. But as of right now, do we know, as far as the CARES package, we're talking about a lot of times these hairstyles. We got a lot of folks, in that industry that have been reaching out because, they've been out now maybe close to 2-3 weeks. They have no pay coming in. What are you telling folks like that, those self-employed and folks like hairstyles? There's a lot of them, and a lot of them, they have no income right now, and they can't seem to get any answers on the phone.
And that's accurate, and our hearts do go out to those individuals that have been impacted. We continue to provide updates, real-time updates to our website. I know individuals are reaching out to us through social media. They're inquiring, and we're trying to give responses in regards to the programs. Right now, when it comes to those that are stylists, beauticians, whatever that may be, I'm just asking that they go ahead and file that initial claim. They need to ensure that they filed their initial claim. And I'm thinking that we're still a couple of weeks out in regards to PUA, but once we implement the PUA program, Pandemic Unemployment Assistance Program, we'll be able to reach out to those individuals and figure out how to get them into the PUA program for potential benefits.
So, and just to reiterate on that, so at this point though, and I know you guys put this out on social media, you're telling people you don't want to discourage them from applying because if they apply, they're in your system already, correct? Can you kind of just reiterate what you guys, I know you guys put that on Twitter maybe last week.
Correct. That's allowing us to get that contact information. I just want to be certain that they understand that regular UI was not built for them because they don't contribute into the system. So we're asking them to go into a system that they will not be deemed eligible in. But we want to gain that information so we can reach back out to them and prepare them for what additional information will be needed in order for us to move them into a program that might find them eligible.
And for you guys, are you seeing, it's questions that you're seeing on social media or taking in your call center that you guys want to address here to people that, now that we have you on the phone, is there any maybe like top questions you guys are getting or something you really want to get out there right now as far as what you're hearing for your call center on social media?
And again, a lot of the inquiries are associated with the federal programs and where individuals may fall. And I think we've done a great job of updating our COVID hub on our website that provides a lot of the qualifications of the programs. It speaks to how one person can move from one program into another. So I ask individuals to go out there and review our website for additional information. One thing I want to make clear is not only are we trying to implement and configure our technology to receive these programs, we also are waiting on additional guidance as well as funding from the federal government to support these programs. So it's not just about our desire to want to serve. We also have to make sure we have the appropriate uniform guidance and we've received the adequate federal funding to pay the individuals that are entitled to benefits.
And Jamie, I have one question too. I was just looking on our post from today. Some people were saying, they've been furloughed, they've been laid off, but they're probably going to get their job back. And they're asking, do they have to keep looking for jobs? I know that was one requirement, or the unemployment insurance. Do people now apply? Do they still need to keep looking to stay, to stay qualified to get their unemployment?
Under regular UI, one of the requirements of unemployment insurance is to actively look for 2 job searches online. However, under the executive order and the flexibilities that we've received, right now we've waived the work search requirement. And it sounds like those individuals that you're referring to are job attached. So being a job attached, they would not have to be looking for work. But right now we've waived the work search requirement for everyone.
And, just to reiterate, because again, people, as you can imagine, they're upset, they're angry, they're going to take their frustrations out, I'm sure, on your call center. It seems like that I can look at all these posts. It's just the fact that, they're not getting through. Of course, you guys are getting inundated. And the fact that, they're just not seeing any movement there. But you talked about this. It's something you guys did not see coming here, the staffing you have, and also you have to get the funding to be able to send that money out. So just to reiterate, what do you want to tell these people? Because, we don't know what they're going through because everybody's different. But again, that's what it seems to me is just the folks that are angry are the ones that just can't get through. And, they're in these self-employed that they don't have any income right now and they have families to feed.
Agreed. And I first want to say is we understand. And we do understand their anger, frustration. And when I say state of emergency, it's a state of emergency for all of us. None of us could have properly prepared for what this pandemic has shown us. We're just asking for a little bit of grace and a little bit of patience because we do want to serve you. But we're all trying to get the appropriate information to ensure that we can get benefit to those that are needed and due. Again, I know my words may not mean anyone that's trying to put milk in the refrigerator, gas in the car, and ensure that the lights stay on. But that is our intent, to serve individuals so they can receive benefit to do those things.
And the last time we talked, it seemed another issue you guys were looking at. It was not an issue on your part, and the governor mentioned this too, but it was with the Social Security number verification. Have you guys got any updates on have they been able to update their hub? Have they expanded to be able to take more of those requests?
Yes. 2 weeks ago, the Social Security Administration, U.S. Department of Labor, it's my understanding that they upgraded their mainframe server and added additional capacity. So we have not experienced the same challenges that we were receiving then. It appears that the SSA problem is been addressed. I know there still may be some issues coming in, but from a load and a national system load issue, I believe it has gotten a little bit better. Again, if those individuals are still expressing frustration with that process, we do think it has been addressed. I'm not going to say that it's completely gone, but I do believe that it's been addressed and that individuals are not having the same volume of challenges getting their Social Security verification as we once were.
And any timeline, Jamie, that you guys are hearing there from your office as far as getting these things rolling for the self-employed, and maybe trying to catch up. Are you saying maybe a couple weeks, the end of the month, next month? Have you guys got any kind of time frame when you guys might be able to, kind of flatten out here and start getting this money rolling?
Again, when it comes to the FPUC program, I think we were shooting for the 18th of this week, and we delivered on Sunday, and individuals started receiving those benefits on Monday. As far as the pandemic unemployment assistance program, in regards to guidance and configuring our system, I still think we're about 2 weeks out. But again, we have a dedicated team working very hard to implement that program. And in regards to the pandemic emergency unemployment compensation program, I still think that we're looking at early May in regards to that program. But again, it's a moving target. We're working very closely with those individuals bringing guidance to us. We're working with our vendor to modify and configure our system. So again, it's our goal to try to do these things as quickly as possible, but we also want to ensure that we have the federal money to support it once we're able to configure our technology.
All right. Thanks so much, Jamie. Anything you want to add or tell people right now?
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. Have a good 4.
Hey, you too. Thanks.